win with this bishop d3 idea again.
Nice touch. And what do you think were the kind of crucial elements to your success here?
I think the bottom line is the fact that there's no pressure on me versus all the other players where there's a massive amount of pressure. I mean, I think for Fabiano, the idea of finishing second here, or finishing this tournament, being second in the world, could mean a lot in terms of qualifying for the candidates. Additionally, I mean, I think there maybe are FIDE Circuit Tour points, all these other things that just don't. I just don't even think about them. I mean, if I have a chance to qualify, I'll try, but it's really just not on my radar whatsoever. And so I think the fact that everybody else has this massive pressure, it makes it a lot harder for them. Whereas for me, I mean, if I do something stupid and lose, I can always just go back to streaming. So it's a win-win.
Uh-huh. And if you do find yourself number 2 in the world,
Yeah,
qualifying to the next stage, it's just you'll deal with that when it comes to it.
yeah. I mean, if it happens, it happens. I mean, I don't even know the regulations because I think it's something like you have to play 4 tournaments or something like that. I think I've played 2 so far this year, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I don't know what the situation is with the American Cup. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Doesn't change my life all that much. I just keep doing what I'm doing.
Uh-huh. And how do you find the energy to not only play chess, which is quite hardcore, but also stream, to go on YouTube, do your videos, and play Entitled Tuesday as well?
Well, like I said, and I've said it before, but I think I do consider myself a streamer first. All this other stuff, I consider it's something that I've been doing nonstop for the last 3 years, pretty much. And playing chess is rather strange. It's not something I've been doing for the last 3 years. So, I think mainly it's just my enthusiasm for chess. I've always had it, and I think certainly for me, because I'm not playing that many classical games, it's actually quite exciting to see these positions in these various openings on the board. Whereas, if I was playing in the Grand Chess Tour and all these other events, I probably would have seen like 20 Berlins over the last month and a half, and I'd be sick of chess. So it helps a lot that I'm able to do all these different things.
Several times when you went into the confessional booth, you started out that, well, I'm bored. What does that mean in that situation?
Well, I think anytime that you're able to blitz out 20 moves and your opponent goes into a deep think, and this happens fairly frequently. Including a game against David, where actually I think David used about an hour 50 minutes for 20 moves, but he was able to blitz out all the correct moves and draw the game in that Grunfeld.
I remember.
But I think, yeah, so it's like when you're in your prep and you're just sitting there waiting for your opponent to move, you don't really know what to do. Because on the one hand, like you're waiting for your opponent to play the move that you expect, but on the other hand, when they play a different move, it's very difficult because you're sort of zoned out. It's just you're playing all these moves by memory, and it's just that's probably why I went into the confessional booth like I think I went 2 times in the first like 20 or 25 minutes. Because yeah, I'm just waiting for a move from Fabiano, and then fortunately when he deviated, it was a move. But it's boring. I'm used to talking and doing things all the time, and then I have to sit there for like 20 minutes waiting for a move.
Is it going to the confessional booth? Is it also a stress relief time for you there?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's about stress relief. I don't really feel any stress or pressure at all. I think it's more that for me, looking at the bigger picture, it's something that is beneficial for the audience. I think, once again, when you look at the games, there are really only 2 ways that someone who's a casual player can understand. Either that's through the live commentary or that's through the evaluation bar. And the thing is, when you hear it from the players are not computers, as we see with all these double question mark moves in every single game, pretty much. But when you hear what the players are saying, you get their true, honest opinion of how they feel. And I think certainly that's something that has been lost with the engine, because what people say both, before the game, after the game, it's always sort of affected by what the computers say about the various critical moments during the game. And so I just think it's beneficial, and that's the main reason I do it. Actually, it has nothing to do with like relieving stress or anything like that. I just do it because I think it's good for the fans.
Is it also funny for you that you're judging practically all the games, you're giving your opinion several times during the game, and after that looking back whether you were right in evaluation and seeing your game and the others as well?
Well, I think actually I've been pretty right. I mean, there's the one round specifically, the one where Fabiano beat Alireza, where I think I said exactly what happened in the game, where it's like, I think if Fabi can get the king to f7, he's just going to win, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, I think in general, most of us are going to have pretty similar viewpoints. But again, as far as my own games, I think my general judgment was pretty good, and I was pretty close to being accurate. Not always in terms of like what the evaluation 100% was, but where the critical moments were. And I think certainly even when I stream, you see that too, where I can sort of sense what the critical moments are, and that's like probably the most important thing in chess, whether it's in Blitz, whether it's in Classical. And I mean, I think everybody enjoyed it, so it's all good.
Yeah, it was clear that you understood what's going on, not only in your game, but other games also. But does this also give you self-confidence day by day?
I don't know about self-confidence. I think it's more that I just try to show up and play good chess. And, I think the fact that I am enjoying the games from the start makes the biggest difference versus I think a lot of the other players where they feel like it's a job they've been studying over and over for weeks on end now with all these other events going on. And I think, yeah, that's the thing is that for me, when I just play like a Sicilian even, I'm just excited to play it because I'm not going to have another opportunity for a couple of months to play classical chess. So I just enjoy it, and I think for me that actually is what makes it so enjoyable and leads to all the good vibes and everything else that go along with that.
But do you enjoy the whole process? Because of course it's not just about playing a game, it's also preparing, it's also about keeping fit and the whole shebang.
Yeah, I mean, I do what I can. I mean, like last night I was already studying for the game today. I was studying a lot harder, I would say, for this last round game than some of the other games for sure. Yeah,